All right, you guys, let's get into this Italian beef sandwich recipe. So for this recipe, you're going to need a 2 to 3 pound chuck roast. You're going to want to trim as much of the fat as you can without getting too much of the meat off. Now, I consider myself a decent cook, but if there's one thing I'm not good at, it's cutting my meat. But it doesn't need to be perfect. It's going in the crock pot and it's going to be cooked down. It's going to be so tender, so juicy, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, you're going to want to heat all your meat chunks and kind of just brown them on both sides. Quick and simple, doesn't need to be cooked through at all because this is going to go in the crock pot. Add all your browned beef to the bottom of the crock pot, preferably in one single layer. If you have to double up, that's okay, but cooks more evenly this way. You're going to add all the juices from the pan. You don't want that extra flavor to go to waste. And on top of that, you're going to pour about 3 cups of the beef broth. You want the meat to be mostly covered up with the liquid. So as far as for the next step, I don't like pepperoncinis, but the flavor that they provide is beneficial. So I do just pour a little bit of the pepperoncini juice in there. Now, arguably the most important ingredient is going to be your zesty Italian seasoning packet. And it's got to be the zesty one, not the regular Italian seasoning. It's just so much better. Give everything a little mix just to make sure it's all being combined. And then it is time to let this sit and cook. You're going to want to do low for about 4 to 6 hours. Kind of just depends on your crock pot's usual cooking time and then the size of the roast. If you're at home, you go watch it. If not, I just recommend the 6 hours. This was about halfway through. I was just checking on it so I can give you an idea of what it looks like when it's about halfway done. The nice thing about slow cooker meals is that I can just start it and then forget about it for the rest of the day and it'll be totally fine. After about 5-6 hours, it should be super tender. There's not much you need to do to shred the beef. Just kind of separate it with a fork and you should be good to go. Look at that. So good. I did decide to add another Italian seasoning packet just to give it a little bit more flavor. I stirred it all in and I let it sit for about 30 more minutes. So this took just over 6 hours from start to finish, but I probably only spent about 15 minutes actually working on this recipe. I serve these sandwiches on French rolls. I know other people like to serve them with cheese or peppers on top. It's really up to you. You can't go wrong here. I like to serve mine with some juice from the slow cooker, just if I want to dip the sandwich, but regardless, it is a pretty juicy sandwich as it is. These store well in the fridge. You can make it the day before, day of. Either way, this is going to be a go-to sandwich in your routine. This is such an easy slow cooker recipe and it always comes out good. Try it out and tell me what you think.